Welcome to Wallonia, at the very heart of Europe, where a vibrant ecosystem for life sciences has been created. A tight connection between scientific excellence and entrepreneurial leadership drives our innovation policy, involving a multitude of players, such as universities, research centers, industry, clusters, incubators, and policymakers.
While Belgium has only 11 million inhabitants, it has entered the top 10 of the countries exporting worldwide, reaching 14.5 billion euros, 19% more than in 2019. This is partly explained by the importance of the pharma and biotech sector in Wallonia, which represents 36% of the total export of the region and 50,000 direct and indirect jobs. You may wonder, how can such a small country be such a big player? Around the world, investors and large groups are attracted by the Walloon biotech industry. In 1 year, more than 1.3 billion euros have been invested by large North American groups and companies to acquire the capacities and expertise of Walloon companies, mostly in the growing domain of cell and gene therapy. International companies find in Wallonia the expertise and technologies needed to their business while structuring and optimizing their costs. One example of a success story of major importance in the fight against COVID-19 was the acquisition in 2021 of the production unit of Novacep in Wallonia by Thermo Fisher Scientific. This production plant manufactures the main active ingredient of the AstraZeneca vaccines. Another example is that recently the American Catalent Pharma made Wallonia the European Excellence Headquarters in cell and gene therapy, representing more than 20% of the European manufacturing capacity. The quality of the Walloon biotech ecosystem can be explained by the talent and entrepreneurship mindset of men and women coming from research centers, academia and hospitals who decided to use their skills to launch state-of-the-art innovative companies.
So the strength of the Walloon ecosystem relies on the presence of 5 large universities. In order to promote the development of the pharmaceutical industry, the public authority have developed a series of funding instruments that promote the collaboration between academic research centers and research centers within private companies.
There is a project of developing a European biotech campus by 2025, an intensive training center for young scientists in Wallonia. A fertile ground has been created thanks to large companies such as GSK, UCB, Canica or Takeda, which are reinforcing the ecosystem.
We have many assets in our region. First of all, we have a strong innovation strategy. We have large pharma companies collaborating with SMEs, biotech companies. We have research, regulatory, but also tax incentives. And last but not least, we have a wonderful location at the center of Europe, very close to our neighboring countries, and Brussels, our capital city, is hosting the European institutions.
Did you know that Belgium is also the number 2 per capita in the world for clinical trials? And the time to approve the trials is the fastest in Europe. In 2006, clusters gathering key players from the sector were created in Wallonia to stimulate synergies and innovation. With the support of a proactive governmental policy, it resulted in a continuous acceleration of private fundraising.
Collaboration between industry and academia is strongly encouraged by public authorities, providing massive support to R&D with grants up to 80% of your operating expenses.
There are a lot of financial incentives coming from operational support up to investment subsidies with regard to tangible assets or intangible assets.
Such a complete ecosystem relies on an infallible supply chain. Qualified service providers, state-of-the-art infrastructures, cold chain transport facilities and equipment make Wallonia a worldwide centre of excellence in biologistics. Wallonia stands out for its favourable tax environment, financial incentives, highly qualified and available workforce, and the best patent and innovation box in Europe.
Major infrastructure investments are being made to support the growing production demand. Do you want to be part of the success? Visit investinwallonia.be. AWEX, the Wallonia Expert and Investment Agency.